you what we plan to do in this company, and I've just listed a few challenges that we are facing. I really look forward for your feedback. So here we, yeah. So this company, Akuratemp, we have formed just in April 2020. Okay, though the team which is part of Akuratemp has been working together for a while, and we have been working with the temperature control technology of phase change materials, and that company is still in operation, and we've been working that company since 2009. And our primary customer base was pharmaceutical companies, is pharmaceutical companies, which and the companies which are managing the packaging for, let's say, the big pharma. So we found a big niche, and we see specifically a big need for temperature controlled packaging for specimen transportation and whatever else is connected with the temperature stability for specimen viability, which would be like the viral transport medias, the laboratory reagents, and stuff like that. So there we go. So we are creating packaging, temperature controlled packaging products for transporting personalized medication. And it includes specimen, gene therapies, stuff like, for fertility testing, samples for fertility testing, and cord blood collection kits. And our whole theory here is to try and develop solutions which are more or less reusable and traceable. So our team is comprising of course, myself, my partner Andy. He's a professional tool designer, so that's where all our expertise comes in terms of development of different designs. We have Keith and we have Ben, and all of us have extensive experience in the fields that we are working in. Virtually as a concept, our solutions are designed more or less inside out. So we look at the payload, we look at the constraints of the payload in terms of temperature, its size, when and what is the duration that it can tolerate to get to the customer. And then we design a thermal mass around it. In a simple concept, the thermal mass is more like water and ice. But we have products in the phase change arena where the phase change occurs like at minus 15 degrees Celsius, it could be 40 degrees Fahrenheit, it could be 70 degrees Fahrenheit, just to keep the products at the right temperature. So we use, let's say, the chemical ice for this particular, and then around it we design the insulation depending upon what the duration of the specimen's travel would be. We do our testings in-house, and we apply technology for both remote temperature monitoring and traceability. We have our own platform for cloud-based monitoring. In terms of positioning, the need is really coming in from laboratory technicians talking about compromising specimen because of temperature excursions. So hence the solution. So, we are trying to meet the specific requirements of temperature security, keeping the cost-effective emission standards, a range of temperature grades which are acceptable for this industry, and including traceability, inclusive of chain of custody. So the market which is really driving is, of course, the need of temperature security. The industry regulations which are becoming more and more important for the pharmaceutical coach, and especially when it's moving to personalized medication, and reduction of cost and time of delivery of these therapies. So in a nutshell, this is who we are, what we are providing, and why we think it's a good fit for the market. The main obstacles that we see here on a regular basis are just the fact of the custom design versus an off-shelf product. So the whole cycle of custom designing is longer, and it becomes more expensive. And so often we contemplate whether we probably should have a certain set of off-shelf products which are already validated and something that we can provide to the customer. Single use versus multi-use is again a fight that we see. And then product versus services. And what we are seeing here in the industry is more and more labs are wanting to outsource the whole service of temperature controlled packaging, inclusive of, you know, developing a kit for them, delivering it to their customer. The customer sends it back to them. They just take the specimen and then send the kit back for rekitting or dispose. And the outsourcing company for the supply chain would provide all the traceability for the products. So that's another arena of growth that we potentially see, and we keep talking about whether to get into it, what are the risks associated with it, stuff like that. These three are our primary obstacles and barriers for the growth. That's what I have for you guys, and I'm open for question and answers. Thank you.
So